In 1988, a man in rural Wisconsin bought a Toro snow blower from a local dealer. It had a Tecumseh engine, a cast iron auger housing, and a set of steel impeller blades that could chew through lake-effect snow without hesitation. He used it every winter for over 30 years. When it finally needed work, his local shop rebuilt it for less than $100. That machine is still running today. Last winter, his grandson bought a snow blower from a big box store. It looked modern. It had an electric start button and a sleek plastic chute. The first time the temperature dropped below zero, the pull cord housing cracked. The plastic chute jammed. The auger belt slipped because the tensioner was built from a material that contracts in the cold. He returned it in February. The store gave him a gift card. That is not a failure of engineering. That is the engineering working exactly as designed. In our last investigation, we exposed how the phrase "Made in USA" has become a marketing lie. We showed how private equity firms have gutted the brands you used to trust, replacing forged steel with injection-molded plastic and engineering your tools to fail on a schedule. The response was overwhelming. Thousands of you asked the same question. If everything is disposable now, what is left? Today we are answering that question for outdoor power equipment. We have compiled the list. 5 brands that still build lawn and outdoor machines designed to be repaired, not replaced. They are not the cheapest options on the shelf. They are not loaded with Bluetooth connectivity or app-controlled features, but they share one principle that the rest of the industry has abandoned. They are built to survive. The first name on the list is the one that professionals already know: Stihl. If you have ever watched an arborist drop a 60-foot oak or a forestry crew clear a fire line, the tool in their hands was almost certainly a Stihl chainsaw. There is a reason for that, and it has nothing to do with marketing. Stihl refuses to sell through big box stores. That single decision changes everything. When you buy a Stihl chainsaw or trimmer, you buy it from an authorized dealer who assembles it, tunes the carburetor, and stands behind the sale. This is the opposite of how most outdoor equipment reaches you today. Most brands ship pre-boxed units to warehouse stores where a teenager stocks them on a shelf. Nobody checks the chain tension. Nobody adjusts the idle. Nobody explains maintenance. You take it home, and when it fails, you throw it away and buy another one. Stihl's 2-stroke engines are designed for commercial forestry. The cylinder walls are chrome impregnated. The crankshafts are forged. The air filtration systems are built for environments filled with sawdust and debris. These are not consumer toys dressed up with orange plastic. They are industrial tools that happen to be available to homeowners. The most important detail is parts availability. A Stihl dealer can order replacement parts for models that are 15 or 20 years old. That is a business model built on keeping machines alive, not selling new ones. The second name is one most homeowners have never heard of, but every professional landscaping crew in America knows it: Echo. Echo builds trimmers, blowers, and chainsaws that landscapers use 8 hours a day, 5 days a week. That is a stress test that no consumer product is designed to survive. The reason Echo equipment holds up is deceptively simple. They did not overcomplicate the engine. Most modern small engines have been re-engineered with electronic fuel injection, computerized throttle control, and sealed components that cannot be serviced in the field. Echo still builds 2-stroke engines with straightforward carburetor designs that a mechanic can clean, adjust, and rebuild with basic tools. There are no proprietary sensors. There are no circuit boards controlling the fuel mixture. When something goes wrong, you fix it. Echo also offers some of the longest warranties in the industry: 5 years on many consumer models. That tells you something critical about how they build their machines. A company that expects its product to fail does not offer a 5-year warranty. A company that builds disposable equipment hides behind a 90-day return window and hopes you lose the receipt. Number 3 is Toro. They have been building mowers since 1914, and the reason they are still here is not nostalgia. It is the engineering underneath the deck. Here is what most people do not understand about modern lawn mowers. The mower deck, the steel housing that surrounds the blade, is one of the most important structural components on the machine. In the 1990s, most residential mower decks were stamped from 12 or 14 gauge steel. They were heavy. They were expensive to manufacture, and they lasted for decades. Today, many budget mowers use thin stamped steel or even reinforced plastic decks. The blade sits closer to a housing that flexes under load, vibrates at high RPM, and corrodes after a few seasons of wet grass and fertilizer exposure. The deck warps. The blade alignment shifts. The cut quality degrades, and within 4 or 5 years, the mower is not worth repairing. Toro still builds mower decks with heavier gauge steel on their residential models, and their commercial machines are built like tanks. Independent testing consistently ranks Toro among the most reliable mower brands year after year. Their parts network is deep, their dealer support is real, and their machines are designed to be maintained, not discarded. This was not an accident. This is what happens when a company still builds for the person who uses the machine instead of the person who finances the purchase. Number 4 is Honda, and the reason is not the mower. It is the engine inside the mower. Honda small engines, specifically the GX series, are the gold standard of the outdoor power equipment industry. Here is a fact that most consumers never learn. Dozens of other equipment manufacturers buy Honda engines and install them in their own machines because they cannot build anything as reliable themselves. When you see a commercial-grade pressure washer, generator, or water pump that costs twice as much as the competition, check the engine. There is a good chance it says Honda on the block. The engineering tolerance inside a Honda small engine is microscopic compared to the generic clones flooding the market from overseas. The carburetors are precision machined. The valve clearances are tighter. The materials in the piston rings and cylinder liners are selected for longevity, not cost reduction. But the real reason Honda makes this list is what happens 10 years after you buy the machine. If a part breaks on a Honda engine from 1995, you can walk into a dealer and order the exact replacement. That is 30 years of parts support. Compare that to the disposable generators sold at discount stores, where you cannot find a replacement pull cord after 2 seasons. If you are buying a machine that your family depends on, do not bet on a brand that will not exist in 5 years. Buy the engine that has been proving itself for decades. The final name on the list is Ariens. They have been building outdoor equipment in Brilliant, Wisconsin since 1933. While most of the industry has been acquired by conglomerates, offshored to cut labor costs, and stripped of material quality, Ariens has stayed put. Their snow blowers are legendary in the northern states. The housings are made from thicker steel. The auger systems are built heavier. The gear cases are designed to be serviced, not sealed. When a competitor's snow blower strips a shear pin and the auger stops turning, most homeowners assume the machine is broken. On an Ariens, you replace a $2 shear pin in the driveway and keep clearing snow. That is the difference between a machine designed for repair and a machine designed for replacement. Ariens also produces commercial mowing equipment under the Gravely brand, which is used by municipal crews and professional landscapers who cannot afford downtime. These are machines that get used hard every single day and are expected to last for years. The hidden detail about Ariens is their dealer network. Like Stihl, they prioritize selling through servicing dealers rather than warehouse stores. That means the person who sells you the machine is the same person who can fix it. That relationship has been engineered out of most consumer purchases, and its absence is one of the main reasons your equipment ends up in a landfill. Here is the secret that the outdoor power equipment industry does not want you to understand. The difference between a machine that lasts 3 years and a machine that lasts 30 years almost always comes down to 4 things: engine quality, material thickness, repairability, and dealer support. Machines built for professional landscapers are heavier, simpler, and designed with access panels, standard fasteners, and replaceable wear parts. Machines built for big box store shelves are lighter, sealed, and designed to look good under fluorescent lighting long enough for you to swipe your credit card. This is a design choice. The engineers who build these machines know exactly what they are doing. They know that a thinner deck will fail faster. They know that a plastic chute will crack in the cold. They know that a sealed carburetor cannot be cleaned. They engineered it this way because the business model depends on you coming back. The buy it for life philosophy is not about spending more money. It is about refusing to participate in a cycle that was designed to keep you dependent. Every time you buy a machine that cannot be repaired, you are not just losing money, you are giving up ownership. You become a renter in your own garage. When you buy a Stihl chainsaw or a Toro mower or an Ariens snow blower, you are buying something that respects your time. You are buying a machine that was built by people who assumed you would keep it, not replace it. You are buying a tool that can be handed down, not thrown out. These machines cost more upfront. We know that, but the most expensive piece of lawn equipment you will ever own is the one you have to buy twice. Stop buying the plastic, buy the steel, buy the cast iron, buy the machine that was built to be repaired, and take back ownership of the tools that keep your home running. If you want to see which other products have been engineered the same way, watch the next investigation.